Okay, so we're live, so let me just give you a quick countdown. I'm going to dive right into my introduction. 3, 2, 1. Hi, and welcome to the program today. This is Scott Metcalf with Chicago Business Leaders TV, and I am very excited to have in the studio today Elsa Vasquez. She's a licensed esthetician with Love Your Skin. Elsa, thank you so much for coming on the program today.
Well, thank you for inviting me on. It's my pleasure and quite an honor. I do appreciate it.
Well, let's just dive right in because I'm sure our viewers have lots of questions about what is a licensed esthetician, what does that mean as far as from a skincare perspective, and you know that every day in Chicago, hundreds of people are looking for professional assistance in this area. So one of the questions they're going to have, of course, is right off the bat, hey, how do I go about finding an esthetician that really can meet my needs, and how do I know when I'm talking to someone who really knows their stuff and can provide the quality level of service that they're really looking for?
I always tell people who are calling in, or actually, it's wonderful to know what you're looking for. What are your main concerns? And people seem to forget that our skin is the largest organ in our body. It's visible, so you don't think of it as an organ, but it is. It's our covering. It protects our internal organs. So what you put on it is as important as what you ingest as far as your food and vitamins and things like that. So I tell my clients when they're looking for an esthetician, number one is what is their main concern? What are they trying to achieve when they look for an esthetician? If it's acne, try to find an esthetician that's her focus. Try to also look for an esthetician that's using professional grade products because the active ingredients are stronger than what you can get at the store. My products are all vegan. They're all professional grade. You'd have to come through me to purchase them, the same as if a doctor, because we know this is going to give you the best results. So if that's your main concern, or some people it's anti-aging, so they're looking for products that are going to help them in that aspect. There are so many new products in the market now. There's peptides, there's stem cell research that's being done, and products out there that are being used that are using plant or fruit stem cells. The other things are equipment as well for anti-aging. It goes on and on and on. Actually, aesthetics has grown so vast and so quickly that you can actually specialize in one area and be busy all the time because you're going to get clients every day who are going to look for what you can provide them.
That's really fascinating. I had no idea just how broad the market is, how fast it's grown, and all these different areas and niches and sub-niches that you just pointed out to us. So let's talk more about you and your practice. When someone picks up the phone and calls your office, what is that experience going to be like? How does that unfold? Can you share a little bit with our viewers?
Well, certainly. Besides looking for the time and date that's going to accommodate them, I ask a lot of questions, such as what are you trying to achieve? What is your main focus? What is your concern at the moment? A lot of people, it's anti-aging. More often than not, it's acne, and adult acne, which is much more prevalent than it has been in the past. So I ask them a lot of questions, if they have any allergies, if they have any medical conditions. I do ask them to fill out some forms and bring them with them when they come for their appointment. The appointment times are based upon what they need. So if they're coming for an acne facial and the consultation prior to the acne facial, this actual service may take an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, depending upon what I need to do for them specifically. So even though most of the services are listed with a definitive time, the truth is it could be longer than that, and I do allow for that, and that's why I need to know as much information from the client prior to the service to know what I'm going to need as far as time for them specifically.
Great. Okay. So that's a great picture of actually what it's like working with you, and I appreciate all the details that you shared because it really did paint a very good, well-rounded picture. I'm curious now about kind of stepping back just a bit and looking at the broader landscape of what's going on in your field. Are there any really, especially hot trends that people should be aware of that maybe that haven't hit the news, or maybe there's some things that are in the news right now you'd like to share a little bit more, kind of scientific information with folks?
Well, the products are getting better. There's so many different avenues as far as topicals, as creams and cleansers and things like that. They are using a lot of peptides. They are doing a lot of stem cell research for anti-aging and for just a myriad of problems with the skin. As far as equipment goes, everybody knows the microdermabrasion machine now. That used to be at one time, it was unknown. Now it's like, which one do you have? You know, are you using aluminum oxide or medical grade baking soda or salt, or is it a
Hmm.
diamond tip? Everybody wants a diamond tip because it's gentler and it's just as effective. The other thing is microcurrent, and that's to lift and tighten the skin. LED light, and that's also for anti-aging. If it's red, blue is for uh, healing. If you have acne, it kills the bacteria. So there's the consumer is getting very, very well versed on the products that are out there and the machines that are coming into the market, and they're looking for estheticians or salons that offer these additional services, not just the basic, I want a facial anymore, tell me what else you got. There's also for lifting and tightening the skin, cellulite reduction, and I can go on and on and on. You can actually specialize just in one area and be busy every day.
Well, that is absolutely amazing. All the different technologies that you mentioned. I had no idea that the field was that broad, that specialized, that there were so many different facets to it, and I really appreciate you sharing your expertise on the subject with us. I'm curious, as we kind of wrap up, is there any type of special offer that you could make to our viewers today that would help anyone who's kind of on the fence as to whether or not they want to reach out to a professional like yourself, really make that transition a little easier?
Well, I was so honored to be on your show that I'm offering the viewers up to 50% off and maybe a little higher, maybe up to 70% off on some services, but they would need to call me to find out. So sort of a little surprise and come and contact me so I can say hello and get to know you and see what you need and then tell you what the special offers are going to be for you.
I love it, a little bit of mystery. And so what I've done is I've thrown your phone number up on the screen here. So please, viewers, if you are really interested in connecting with a licensed esthetician who obviously really knows her craft and trade, I encourage you to pick up the phone and call Elsa at the number that's on the screen right now. Elsa, thank you so very much for coming on the program today and spending some of your valuable time educating both me and our audience.
Well, thank you so much for the invitation. It was my pleasure.